Hey there, guys, and welcome back. So, a few quick things to get out of the way before we actually start talking about the project. First thing, no stream yesterday because I was working on this stuff. So this right here is the last couple of pieces for my big project that I had mentioned that I wanted to have done by the end of June. Obviously, we're second week of June going into it right now. So, this is the last of it. This should be enough. This piece over here is another project that I thought it was going to take like a day, and I am on like a week of trying to get this size fit. So I was working on this stuff yesterday. That's why no stream yesterday. The whiteboard, as you may notice, is not back yet because I went to take the top layer off and I got some weird chipping on it. And I say weird chipping with quotes because I couldn't actually feel the paint chips on it. Like, it was clearly wood where it should be white while I was taking off the top marker layer, okay? And at that point, I was like, all right, we're just going to sand this whole entire thing down and then redo it from scratch. No big deal. I did forget the paint on the first day, so then that got pushed back one day, and because I was repainting instead of doing the top finish, that means that I had to add an extra 2 days on, which means that this thing did not get painted till this past Wednesday. Which means that if I'm giving it 7 days to dry, it will not be ready till this Wednesday coming up. So, no whiteboard, no stream yesterday, and yeah, that should be everything. Get out of the way all the little things that I want to mention to start off with. So, here is the stand that we made last week. A couple things to note. First off, as you can see, I've got these massive bolts here that are way oversized. In theory, I should have M5x30s. I could have swore I knew exactly where they were at, which is right here in this box, which says more bolts. This is where I could have swore I put them, but obviously they are not here. So, I don't know. I can't figure out where my M5x30s are, which are the bolts that I need for this. And therefore, what's going to happen if I do not find them within the next 24 hours is I'll just take these into work and I'll just cut them down. So that is where the project is for the moment. Otherwise, a couple minor adjustments I had to do. First off, I spent a good amount of time sizing these tabs out. Again, this monitor has tabs that you can mount to. Spent a good amount of time sizing those out and then printed the first copy of the top and bottom. And it did not fit after all that time. So what I ended up doing after the second failed attempt at trying to get it fit is just I put a big old gap along the bottom and top here. So let's see if we can get that on camera. There you go. So you can kind of see my desk through that gap. I just carved that out way far so that it would not be a problem. The second iteration, I realized that the board was just way too close. I was barely scraping by most of the time, but as I got to the bolt head, it was actually impacting the capacitors that are underneath here, which is not good. So I went ahead and gave it a little bit of standoff. And in theory, once I have this bolt cut down to size, or the correct size bolt down there, that should also clear on that side. So those were the major changes that happened. I'm trying to think. Oh, actually, there's one more semi-major change. We had these at 0.5 millimeter, these little teeth down here, to lock the position in. I changed those to 1 millimeter. I decided the 0.5 were not gripping well enough. And, oh, shoot, most important change. So, I had been planning to mount to this 1/2-inch stud. That's how we designed it the first time. I then got the tripod at work. I picked it up at work and realized, oh, wait, that's right. This 1/2-inch stud is actually a dovetail. So, swap that out for a dovetail, which, is a lot better. I prefer that significantly more than this little 1/2-inch stub. So, I believe that is everything. Obviously, right here, we don't have a lot of space between the phone and the pole, the shaft, the whatever we called that last time. The stand. We don't have a lot of room between here and here. It's not that big of a deal. It's only a big deal right now because I don't have the right size bolts. But I can consider widening this out to give us more space between there. Again, there's two things there, right? One, it only ever matters when this thing is completely straight up and down. That's the only time it actually matters. And two, the buttons to record are, at the ends. So like the camera's at that end and the button is over on this end. So they're out of the way. There's nothing, I don't need the middle of the screen. So it's not that big of a deal. So I may not reprint that. I may not whiten that out. But that is where we're at. One minor addition is I added these little strain relief thingies right here. Little tabs to hold onto these so that they're not, drooping on the cords at all. And that should be everything out of the way. So I was looking at this project and I was thinking about if there was anything else I wanted to do. First off, when I have the monitor plugged into my phone is losing power because it is sending video. Obviously the screen's on, it's recording, so it's sending video, it's recording, it's losing a good bit of power. I'm assuming, I haven't done it yet, but I'm assuming it's going to lose power pretty quickly. Now I did my research and they make hubs that will allow you to pass video and charge the phone at the same time. So we are going to make a little holder that I'm going to put on the tripod, not on this thing, because we don't need to put it up on this thing, but down on the tripod we'll mount a little holder for one of those hubs. That way I can plug power into that hub. That hub can then supply power to the phone via the USB-C, and the phone can supply the HDMI up to this monitor. Now, as it turns out, those specific hubs that I'm talking about actually have HDMI out. So this USB-C to HDMI cord that I have here is actually kind of useless at this point, because I can just use a regular HDMI cord to the hub and then a regular USB-C from the hub to the phone. A little annoying, but that is what it is. The other thing is that obviously this needs power, so we can plug this into that hub and we'll be good. No big deal there. The third thing that I want to add on, or the second thing rather, because that's all one thing, is this is a battery pack that I use. So I want to go ahead and use this to power that hub most of the time. That way I don't have to worry about plugging into an outlet. So we'll make a holder again for the tripod to just slip this into. That's number 2. Number 3, third thing I want to achieve today is a simple back cover for this. It's one of those things I've been carrying this thing around, trying it out. I haven't actually used it to record yet, but I've just been moving it around because it's in my way. And I'm constantly conscientious about impacting the back of this, okay? So I want to go ahead and put a simple cover on the back of this. I think I will be reprinting the top and bottom here, annoyingly, only because this collar right here is barely dodging the bottom of this right now, and then we're also going to add a cover on. So assuming we do that, assuming that we don't do a 2-piece cover, which is possible, we could do a 2-piece cover, just put a cover here and a cover here. That's an option, but if we have one single cover that goes all the way across, then I would have to leave some more space for this guy. The more I'm talking about this out loud, the more I'm realizing that it's probably better to do a 2-piece cover, especially because I want to put the cover on, I think, after I get this on the shaft here, in which case it's going to be awfully hard to get the cover underneath the shaft and whatnot, as in like impossible, nearly impossible. Technically it might be able to slide it in this way, so slide the cover in at an angle and then straighten it out once it's through. That's a possibility, but I don't think it actually works. So chances are we'll do a 2-piece cover here just to cover up the electronics on the back, so I'm not as paranoid about something falling on them while I'm moving it or it tipping over or whatnot. And the final thing, which is probably going to be the first thing that we do, is down here on the adjustments. I have to, rather, I should say, use a screwdriver. That's my only option. So in that case, since that's my only option, I'm going to go ahead and make knobs. That way I can do it by hand. This one in particular, we're going to have to make an extended knob. And in both cases, the way we will be doing this is, in theory, it'd be nice if I had a hex-headed M5. If I had a hex-headed M5, then that's really simple to make a knob for. I don't, though. So what we'll be planning for is just sliding a nut all the way down to the end here, to the top. And then once that's locked in on the top, then we can go ahead and slide the knob all the way down, lock into the nut instead, and that will function. So that is the game plan for today, all the add-ins I want to do. So let's go ahead and hop over to Fusion. And here we are. As you can see, I updated this so that it actually looks better. And I guess we're just off. I will be making all these add-ons on the same file. I won't be deriving this. I don't see the need to. So, couple things. I guess we start with the knobs. Yeah, I think it makes sense to start with the knobs. So let's come down to the stand. And the base is where they will be going. Actually, you know what? This is something I was thinking about. Let me... Quick thought. Yeah, okay. I'm going to spin this around. I don't know if I'll actually reprint this piece, but just in case I do. Basically, this part of this is close to the phone, so back to that original issue of it being too close to the phone. We can spin this around to the opposite side. I can't spin it left to right because then it interferes with these teeth. As you can see, we added this in so that we can print this overhead hang easier. But I should be able to go ahead and spin that around to make that go in front instead. Just got to find the correct sketch. We'll get that out of the way. Oh, unless, okay. So that is, in that case, that one. So what we want to do, let's see. I'm gonna have to disconnect here, I think. Get rid of that. Actually, you know what? We don't have to disconnect that. So let's go back here, delete that. Can I just spin this now that that's not perpendicular? It doesn't look like it. Ah, there it goes. All right, cool. Nice. All right, and then we'll just toss the horizontal vertical back on there. And let's see how badly it breaks. Okay, so it is actually saying that something broke, but I don't think it broke bad enough is the deal. Otherwise, just quick visual check. I don't see anything wrong just now. Let's turn this off. Yeah, not seeing anything wrong, question mark. I guess that's probably fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. They look a little funny, but probably not enough to cause a problem. Let's hop up to the top and see what our sketch problem is. This guy is just a little paranoid about the projection, I assume. Yeah, okay. So, I lined those up, it looks like. So. Turn the bodies off. Turn that stuff off. Turn that off. And we are currently in... What are we in? Fusion. What's your parent object? Wait, is this sketch just on the... Oh, this is my, okay. This is the version sketch. Okay, that's why. This is something I mentioned before. I still haven't downloaded the parametric thing on this user yet, but parametric... Oh, I did. Nice. Okay, good. Good me. So there's parametric text. I had been talking about how I've been using this recently to denote what the version is on parts I print out to make it easier. So in that case, let's I'm going to turn these guys back on then and just turn off everything because that is on the top layer because it's just the version, and we'll just fix these collinears and we'll be good. Oh, I see. The tangent. Get out of my way so I can actually put those in there. Tangent. And it looks like at version 12 we got to shrink this down a little bit. There we go. And finish. And no other errors. Cool. Easy fix, easy fix. back to the base of the stand. Yeah, I guess I'll just be tossing them in here. New component, knobs, and new component, base knob, or I guess base conduit knob, and base phone knob. Alright, so since we have the base phone knob selected, we'll come over here. Project you out. Knobs are pretty simple. I've done them a number of times on the channel. It's right there. Make you parallel to that for the heck of it. M5 nut. Quinky dink on that. And then toss that out there, that out there. Get our wall thickness. And let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll do the knurls here. So we'll just do basic knurls. Again, done these before, so we're gonna just toss a circle in here. This radius, I'm gonna just call this 15 then to make my life easier. 15. And so actually it's been a little while since I've done these. This is gonna be equal. And I normally do, oops, actually not equal to that one. I take that back. Equal to this one. I normally set it up like this with both sides. It's one of those things, probably don't need to, can probably get away with one side, but I like being able to see the full pattern as I go around here. If we only do one side, then we just double the number of repetitions around the circle we need. So, that's it. Some quick what. So in theory, this is our arc here. So this is the depth of the knurl, and this is the peak of the knurl. Let's go ahead and go 1.5 and 1 and see how that looks. Oh, actually, you know what? I should make this divisible by 15. That was actually, we don't need to. That's right. That's right. We don't need to. We can just let the computer do the math for us. Actually, I do need to know the number of repetitions. That's right. So let's go ahead and start by extruding this out. Put the base away so I can actually see what I'm doing. There's that, there's that, there's that. Get rid of that. Okay. And actually, we do need to leave that open to get the nut in there. So I was talking about this a little bit. I think I vaguely mentioned this, but bodies. We're going to have to extend this out a good bit. Oops, wrong face. So let's see. I guess we'll just take it to the edge because the phone's going to be in the way. That's the reason we're extending this out. I'll take it out to the edge here and we'll see what happens. I guess we'll make that just a even -30. Okay. And then back to that sketch. And do I want to put a bigger head? So I was just going to put these knurls in this shaft here. We don't have to. Yeah, you know what? Let's not. So before I do anything, it's one of those things, it doesn't really look natural to do that, so I'm just going to delete these guys for right now. And we'll add them back in as soon as I get this next one in. So we'll throw, yeah, let's just call it 3. That's fine. Oh, no, that's right. Let us call that 18 then. or 21. I can do math. It's 18 plus 3, it's 15 plus 6. There we go, 21. So we know what that diameter is. Like before, toss this guy back in. This guy really should be, because I'm doing the mirror, I don't need the mirror line. That 1.5, 1, again, just placeholder numbers for right now, and we'll come back to extruding this. We can turn these bodies off, or the other bodies off now. Body. Do that. From object. Object rather. There we go. And distance, we can just make like 6, let's say. Not too big. Alright. So there we go. And now we'll knurl this part. So let's see what this looks like. From object. Or actually, we don't even need to do from object. We can just do all. Fine. Profile plane, all. Flipperooski. Okay, and let's get a rough count on what that number is. Feature. Select. And actually, you know what? Maybe I leave it like something like this. Sometimes I see knobs like this where it just has a pattern. It doesn't actually have the full knurl. So the full knurl would be something like here. Maybe a little bit more. Something like that. Let's hit OK and then take a look. All right, so one of those things. We actually could just leave it like that for right now. Or we can make them bigger. We could make them bigger, actually. Maybe I do want to make them bigger. All right, let's make this 3 and 2. And then we got to adjust this because obviously we need a lot less. So let's eyeball 20, 15. Okay. All right, so do a little bit of math here. Parameters, we're at 15 right now. Let's see. This is the base phone knurl I'll just say rep. Pattern repetition. And that's going to be 15. We have a base phone knob diameter of 21. And then we have a 3 for our top knurl. Base phone knurl peak is, I mean, technically speaking, it's 1.5. So I'm going to say that. Peak from top. I don't have to do that. From midpoint to top. Yeah. From diameter. Let's say that. From diameter line. I'm gonna reword that. From diameter to peak. There we go. There we go. And let's update our sketch with those variables right quick. Times 2. Knob. There we go. And then we just need to calculate this. So the pattern is 15 diameter, circumference. Let me grab a paper really quick because I don't particularly want to screw this up. So let me write it out rather than do it in my head. Okay. So circumference is 2 pi r, or pi d. I guess we'll just say pi d. So pi d, and we need to divide that by, let's see. We got this, and then we have, shoot, how did I do this last time? I'm actually blanking. This is annoying. How did I calculate this last time? I know I calculated this before. It's... Huh. You know what? Can I remember what design so I don't even have to flub this on stream? What was the last design we did with these knurls? Because I know I've used this formula before. I just cannot for the life of me remember what it was. We didn't do it. Did we? I forgot. Did the paper towel roll have them? Aha. Although chances are I probably eyeball these ones up, huh? Let's see. Where's that sketch? Not there. Right there. 7.2. Oh, okay. So I used that. Let me check the parameters really quick. Huh, I do not see the parameters. I used the degrees, which is easy enough. So we had 25. Oh, that's right. That's the easy way of doing it. I don't even have to do math. That's right. So, this does not get a number. We toss another line in here to there, and then call that pi. I guess pi is just that in Fusion. I forgot. Times diameter, not diameter, divided by. It's saying that's, let's see. Pi is a non-unit, diameter is a unit, so that should work out. So I'm not sure why it's giving me beef about that one. Knob diameter? Let's see what happens. Pi divided by knurl rep. Divide by 1 millimeter. All right, cool. Divided by 1 millimeter. Huh? What's your problem? First off, why is that guy not? Solved it, didn't it? Let me. Okay, no, it did not solve it. Let's see. Let's just start a new one. Knurl or base phone. Knurl nader dia. And or no. Degrees. All right, and this is going to be degrees. Pi times phone nub dia divided by 1 millimeter. That's 66. Divided by neural rep 44. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I typed in before, but it didn't like it. Okay, whatever. Neural degrees. Huh, alright, let me delete that guy. Neural degrees. Remember when I said that we double it? Or we have it, rather, is actually what I think I said, but times 2. Alright, well, it's going to accept that one, so I think I was correct about doubling it. Neural degrees. And let's do this. Modify that. Where's this? Down to 1. And does that get bigger? Okay, it does get bigger. Okay. There we go. So if we want that to be bigger, we can shrink this. Yeah, alright, so we can put this back up to 1.5. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. So we just needed less repetitions to get the size correct. Okay. It has been a little while, I'm gonna claim. That's my claim. And I just need to fix this. Neural rep. And let us check really quick. I might have to do neural reps times 2. Okay. Yes. Yes. Make that solid now because I'm only doing half. Get rid of that. Okay. And then times 2. Did I mirror that other one? I didn't see it on there, but that would make sense. Yeah, that one. Okay, I did mirror it. Okay. Makes my life easier. So let's toss this back in. That is going to be equal to that. Tangent. Finish. Extrude that. Okay. And that goes back to regular because now I'm doing both sides. That is no longer times 2. Which means that I did this down here. Get rid of that times 2. I see what happened. It auto-completed on me. Huh. Was this times 2? This was supposed to be easy. No, that's not times 2. I'm goofing something up. Definitely goofing something up. Let's see. Circumference divided by that is my number of reps, or is my degrees per rep. Am I incorrect about that? For the record, it is a sunny day outside, and that is why you're going to hear motorcycles, whether I like it or not. $360 divided by 50. Do I have 50 repetitions on this? I have 25, so 360 divided by... You know what? That makes a lot more sense. I'm an idiot. 360 divided by rep times 2. Okay. Get... Where's my degrees here? There it is. So, let's hit the finish button and see what happens. All right. Right. 72 degrees per rep. Does that sound right? My reps are 10, 20, 360 divided by 20. That does not sound like... Calculator. 360 divided by 20 is 18 times 2 is 36. Let's double check that. Did I type that in right? 360 divided by 20 is 18. 20 is already doubled, so it should only be 18. 360 divided by reps times 2 is 18. Okay, there we go. Clear all that out. Where's my other one? Are they stacked up? Did they get stacked up because of that? Delete that. There we go. Equal there. Yep, saw that coming. Get below the center line. All right, finish. Extrude. Okay, there we go. All right, took long enough. Okay. So, a 5-minute venture just turned into a 30 million minute adventure, but we're gonna cry about it later. So let's just play with the numbers really quick. I think I probably like the density there, so let's change this to 2. See what it looks like. $2.5. Okay. 1. 1.5. 2. Alright, I guess I'll leave it at, well, we can try splitting the difference there. Okay. Next one over here, 12. 8. 2.5. Yeah, I guess we'll leave it there. Okay. And that is one down. And we'll probably just use the same numbers for the other one to make our life easy. So this is the base conduit one. And get the sketch in here. Rather than doing that one, I want to do the base, project the base. There we go. And I'll probably extend this out just a little bit. No, we don't really need to. Yeah, it will just be... Yeah, you know what? Maybe we do extend it out to past the edge like we do the other one. Just that way we're clear when we're spinning it with our fingers. We're clear of the base. You can see how that overhangs the base. So yeah, I guess we'll do that. Bodies. Oops, wrong one. M5, not width. There we go. I'm just gonna do 3 here. The other one could be changed back to 3. We're not using that 15 anymore. Again, just reusing our numbers from before. And I realized I called this peak before. This is technically the nadir. I forgot because we're cutting out the bottom. So this would be the nadir. That guy. Rep. Please? Oh, ×2? Nah, it's not ×2, is it? Oh, that's what it is. Degrees. That is why. Other one. Finish. And we'll just drag this out to the same distance. View object. Okay. Sketch. Oh, actually, I shouldn't have done the outer circle, I guess. From object. Distance to object. And we don't need that hole in the end. So I'll go back and fix that one, but we do need a hole in the middle of this guy, and we need to fix this. Okay. Oh, I see what I did here. That's right, I forgot to put the head in. That's what I screwed up here. Okay. We can fix that. We're gonna come back in. Yeah, actually, we'll. How do we want to do this? So the head on the M5 bolt is, I'm pretty sure, about the same size as the hex, if not a little bit smaller. M5 nuts. Soon as my fat fingers get this bag open. Alright, M5 nut, M5 bolt. And I'll take a quick look. Where is... There it is. By the time I pick it up, I'll be done here. Yeah, okay. So the head is like the full size of the spines of the hex. The outer bounds of it. I'm trying to think. The last time I did this, so yeah, I think I might have actually. Let's see if we can't find it, or find one of them at any rate. I know one specifically, but I'm done this a couple times. Where is the book aligner? There's the one that's coming immediately to mind, because I think that was the first one I did it on. There it is. Did I put the hex outside? I might have put the hex outside. Yeah, I had this screw knob here to hide it, and I did put it outside. Okay. So, if that's the way I did it last time, we'll go ahead and continue doing it that way. And I should be good to close that at this point. I opened it up like 3 times, so I was leaving it open this time. But, in that case, point being, is we do that. Okay. We do this. Okay. Come back over to here. Do that. Okay. And this one. Oops, not that one. This one. Let's see. We actually roll here. Yeah, we'll roll here. Grab that sketch. Grab these guys. Give myself 3 millimeters of meat to grab onto. From object. -3. Actually, I want the hex 2 on this one. There we go. So that, and then here. This is going to be from object there. And this is going to be M5 nut thickness plus M, or actually, yeah, we'll just do this for right now. And change the selection to do that. Minus, there we go. So that's where the nut nests in. And then, I actually need to toss back in here. Let's delete that. Grab this guy. This is an M5 head diameter. There we go. And we are, like I said earlier, going to change that back to be 3. And assuming nothing screwed up here, I don't think it did. We can now grab all of that. Not that. That. There we go. From object minus M5 head thickness. Okay, there we go. And hit that button. That is at all, so we don't have to worry about that screwing up. And let's just check mixing axis. Let's change it to that. That makes more sense. All right, there we go. And doesn't look to be too close. While I'm here, actually, let me toss my print offsets in. New offset. We're actually going to do everything because everything's fitting inside of everything else. Did I get both of those? I guess I did. Did I grab something else? Did I grab the back of this? I did. I was gonna say that didn't quite look right. All right, there we go. Yeah, so that gives me a little extra space to recess the nut. That gives me a little extra space to recess the bolt head, and then that's the clearance for the nut, and that's the clearance for the bolt head. So minus 0.05 is what I use. We could ignore the shaft here, and I could just ream it out with a drill bit. That is perfectly acceptable, but I'll toss it in here because I'm already here. Okay. Back to here. And we will fix this sketch now. Delete that guy. M5 head diameter. Toss this guy at 3 millimeters. There we go. And let's see. What is my problem here? Okay, we got disconnected. I understand. Everything got disconnected from everything else. You there. You there. Anything else disconnected? Doesn't look like it. Let's just make you concentric. I should have used concentric on the other ones, but I'm a derp. So, there. Finish. Okay. That is correct now. That is correct now, except for we're going to change that to 3. Oh, actually, that is mimicking everything over there. So, let me come back over here. And I don't particularly want to delete this. So I guess I'll come back up to base and rearrange this here. So I'm going to drag this down the end. Come after here. Cool. That way I have proper references. So you actually want to extend to there. Okay. Alright, fun fact. I'm putting in all this extra work to save like 3 millimeters. Truth be told, this is literally just trying to save 3 millimeters doing this, so we're not going to bother. We are going to, yes, do that, do this, turn that off, and then we are in base right now. I guess we'll come to knobs, grab that guy, create a copy, drag it. Oh, cancel. Components. There we go. That guy, create a copy, drag it, key, align that to, or actually let us make sure we grab the center there, the base, that, flip, okay, and capture position. Plastic. Pink. Do I have anything else that's pink on here? I can't remember. I could have checked in the appearances tab, and it turns out I do. Come here. Why you no downloaded? There we go. All right. So anyway, 3 hours later, we got our first objective done. Next up, we'll do the back cover. Minimize this stuff. Yeah, I guess it's going to be just an object on a component rather on here. Back cover. I'm going to call this button side because, again, I do think I'm doing 2 sides here. So I'm going to call this button side and output side. Or IO side, maybe. But Tom. Okay. And pop up in here. The button side is the left-hand side looking from the back. So this side, I need to leave the buttons clear, but otherwise everything else gets covered. The speakers, I'm thinking about the speakers. I think I can just leave the speakers covered for two reasons. One, the sound is not necessary in my case. I'm not really playing sound through it. I'm recording. And two, let's do bodies instead. Number two is that, do I want that face? I guess it doesn't necessarily matter. So these faces extrude a little bit to capture the nut, right? I could work around them, you know, and have it pieced together like that. Interface like that. It's an idea. Yeah, I guess I will. Okay. The second thing here that I'm getting at is that the sides are going to be mostly open, especially on this side with the buttons, and therefore the sound will escape anyway. So I don't really think I need to do like a grate or a mesh right here to leave space for the speaker noise to come out for those two reasons. So let us turn off what we can, and I keep on meaning to set everything, turn the monitor off. Okay, keep on meaning to turn the lights off in my face. We'll get those. There we go. All right, now I need to leave space for this guy right here. So actually, let's grab that really quick. That is the collar retainer. There it is. Project that guy. So I need to leave that space open so I can spin through. And let's see, anything else we need to worry about? I don't think so. I think we're good. So only question is why this keeps on switching over to different select types. What do we keep here? I guess I'll keep this stuff. This stuff seems useful to me to keep in the new design. Otherwise, we can start off with just a box, and this box will go up to that guy, and otherwise winky dink with everything else. I guess I'll also, okay, I do have this curve down here. I was gonna say, I guess I'll also mimic that curve. And at this point, oh, actually let's see. Yeah, we're gonna do standoffs here, so I guess actually, turn that back on, turn that on, and now I can grab the bounding boxes for that, for those buttons. So if we leave ourselves, it looks like, so we can probably get away with 10 millimeter, maybe 12 millimeters is what we can get away with, but I'm thinking of leaving it at 15 to give ourselves extra room to push the buttons. So we'll do 15 wide. We need, let's say 65 tall, 15, 65. And then from the bottom of the top there, I guess that's something like 25. All right, 15, 65, 25. And again, we will just go, my plan was to just leave this along the edge. 65, 15, and 25 was from here is what I measured, 25 from here. Let me double check that one because that's the only one I'm really not 100% sure. I mean, that's a little close to the top button, but it's probably fine. Okay, there we go. That's all the information we need, and now we just do this. And how far up do we want to go? So I need to clear. There's standoffs on here, and I think the standoffs are the tallest ones, tallest features on the back of this board, and they are about. So I'm getting like 5.3. So if we do 5.5, we should be clear. All right, so 5.5. Okay. Let me also grab this guy. And then we'll cut out what we need to in order for it to piece in. Oh, shoot. From object. I guess we'll just go with the top. From that guy. And then, like I said, we'll cut out what we need to for the hex nuts captures. That, and then I'm going to put another piece on there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Sketches. So these guys. That. And that. Turn the body off. From object. Actually, turn the body back on. Let's do from object. Our body here. Think that's the back of the face? No, that doesn't look like the back of the face to me. That's what I'm looking for. Distance to object. Now we can turn that off. Oh, I forgot I put this. That's gonna kill me. I decided to be fancy and put this chamfer here. Okay, this is what we can do. We won't extrude this. That's how we fix this problem. We fix this problem by not extruding it. Instead, we join that with that. Cut, keep tools. Okay. Combine that with the bottom one. Keep tools. Okay. We can turn the rest of this back off and do that and that. Distance to object. There we. Whoops, not there we go. There we go. Okay. So that they're not in those spots. Okay. Add some relief right here. -0.1. -0.1. A little bit of clearance. And then we can toss. Actually, no. We can do the back wall now. So, actually, easier just to do this. Maybe not easier to do that. Fine. Be like that. There we go. And then deselect the ones we don't want, which is these ones and the holes. And question is how thick do we want this? What do we feel is a good protection? And I'm just going to go with 3mm because I'm not that concerned with the protection aspect of it. It's mostly just little bumps I'm worried about. So we should be good there. And then I will also offset this guy just to make sure. Oops, not that guy. That, and that. -0.25. Just to make sure we're not running into anything. And we can toss the captures back in here. That guy and that guy. Oh. That's a problem. Okay. I guess we're going the other way. I was going to add these on the outside, but this needs to print laying flat down on the bed, so that's not going to work. So, from object, minus M3 is I'm hoping M3 thickness is the nut thickness. I don't have it labeled as nut right now because I'm nutty. Okay. That one's probably fine because I have all this extra meat for the heck of it. But this guy, how close are we here? Section analysis there. Right here. What's this point to? That line. 1.3? Eee, that's kind of thin. Could I mean, I could, right? So if we look at this, there's no reason why I can't. And I'm looking down here physically at the physical version. There, I don't see any reason why I can't just make this a bit bigger right here. Yeah, I should be able to do that. So we can just thicken up this. So, analysis, let me just delete that one because I don't really need it. Turn this off so I can see what I'm doing. And we will just thicken this guy up a bit. There we go. And again, just visually confirming on the board there's nothing there, which there is not. So, we should be fine. Okay. Think we're good. Turn the monitor back on, give it a quick look. Anything obviously wrong? We got this clearance for that guy to spin through. So again, I was talking about this earlier about leaving the sides open right here. And I think I'm still on that train, just leaving it open on the side, not worrying about it. So, just visually confirming on my desk. I don't think there's anything else I need to worry about. The speaker, yeah, the speakers are definitely thinner than the standoffs. We went to the standoffs plus a little bit, so we should be good. The one question would be, and I'm not going to do this, I don't think, but whether or not we wanted to attach to the standoffs. I don't think I'm going to do that just because it's going to require extra testing to make sure I have the placement of those correct. A couple extra test prints to make sure I have the placement correct. Therefore, it does not seem worth it to me. Not only that, but if we need to disassemble this for whatever reason, then we got to take extra screws out, and they're not really serving a purpose. There's nothing that's going to be really pulling the back of this plate outwards. That'd be the only real reason to attach to the screws is if I expect this plate to be pulled away from this offsets, rather, the standoffs. So, since that is not the case, we're not going to bother. Okay, next off, I/O side. So, sketch, project bodies, body and body, and buddy. Maybe not buddy. Maybe buddy. Maybe buddy. Not buddy. Turn it off. Okay. Project profiles. That guy and that guy. There we go. And that guy. Okay. And now I can toss Yeah, I guess I'll do this. Let's turn this stuff off so I don't accidentally select it, because Fusion will automatically import stuff if you leave them on. Wrong button. There we go. I'll go ahead and mirror this guy across here so we have it on this side. Toss my box in. Make that collinear with that. That collinear with that. That collinear with that. Try again. And on the outside. Okay, now for the IOs. On the IO side, actually, it looks like we have an SPI header. I think this is an SPI header right here. That may be taller than the standoffs. So that will be our highest point. So we got to get clear of that. That's 6.75. So if we call it 7 millimeters. And if I compare that to the HDMI port, the HDMI port is smaller than that. So long as we clear that header, we actually don't need to put cutouts here for the HDMI port or the 5 volts in. The IO pins, in other words. We don't need to put anything in for that. So we are going to just do that, and that's going to make this half very simple. So finish. Click that. And that, I guess. And that, and that, and that, and that. All right, from object. That guy. Distance is going to be 7, as we were just discussing, to clear the SPI header. Okay. So last time, right? I went and combined the top and the top and the bottom of the bottom. And that was a little silly, I realized as I was doing it, but I didn't stop because you can't stop me now. Really, I should join them into one, and then I only need one combined function. And that and that. And again, we didn't need anything else, so because you can combine multiple bodies with a single body with multiple bodies, but you can't do multiple bodies with a single body. So that is the logic there. This corner again. Where's that corner at? Oh, reselect here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Anything else need to worry about? I don't think so. Okay. There's that. Turn that sketch off for a half second. Toss these offsets in here. What did I do for the offsets on the other side? Did I do 0.25? Minus 0.25. I'm going to assume I did 0.25. Do that combine I was talking about. Combine that, that, and that. Keep tools is good. Oh, these bottom clips. I forgot about the bottom clips. Huh. Okay. So, new plan is to put those... That's a little difficult. So, I can't actually put those on... Okay, this is what I'm going to do. So the problem is that I want to print this flat on this side, as we discussed previously, which means that I can't just move those clips to the back side. I also do not want to run the wires out this side and then slide them back in underneath the cover and then down through these clips. That doesn't make any sense. So those clips are going away at this point. I think what I'll do is I'll add another collar up here and put the clips on the collar instead. I think that's a good idea. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So in that case, we can come back to the bottom mount. and figure out what all this is. So that's my that, that's my that, there's that, there's that, there's that, there's that. Yeah, okay. So just delete those guys. Come back to the IO side. Double check that we're not. Yep, we're not. So that's good. And throw in our offsets. Oh no, that's right. First off, turn these guys off. And I should have, yep, these guys right here. We're going to get rid of this like we did last time. Distance to object. Key. Looks good, looks good. All right. Now we can, whoops, not that one, that one. Toss our offsets in here like before. -0.1 key. And toss the captures on the back. Minus M3 thickness, as previously discussed. And I'm going to assume that this needs to be fattened up like the other one. So I'll just go ahead and toss this in automatically without checking. Minus, what did I do on the other side? Did I do 2mm? No, I didn't do it 2mm. Let's do 1 for right now. And I'll hop back over here and check that. I did 2mm. Okay. 2mm. Go me. Is there anything on this side I run into? Does not look like it. No. Does not look like it. Alright, yeah, we should be fine. Alright, and again, that side is just going to stay open because we don't need to access it from directly the back. Everything's accessed from the side. And again, we're not going to attach to the standoffs, so let us come back before we did all this. Stand. Come to the timeline. These are my two guys right here. So we are going to back up here. That says back cover. We go back one more. Yeah, okay, cool. So monitor mount. And let's toss another collar like I was talking about in here. New component. Strain relief collars. And I say collars just in case. It's probably only going to be one, but just in case. The other thing with this is, unlike the other one, this is going to be free floating. I think I'm going to actually lock it into the back cover. Can I do that? I think I should be able to do that. And by lock it in, I mean loosely lock it in, but we will go ahead and put a flange on it so that it attaches. So, there's the conduit. Where is the retainer? And I should have construction plane is at the bottom. That is, what is that? What is that plane? What is that attached to? See, back to whatever. Back to, I used to stay organized before I went on break, and I'm trying to speed up this whole entire process, which is the problem. I'm trying not to spend so much time typing. I do have a solution to that in the works. That is one of the projects that I started right before I came back from break. Unfortunately, at this point, it is not done because it ended up being a lot more complicated than not mid-plane. How'd I get mid-plane? Oh, okay, it's on there on my quick access. Since it ended up being more complicated than I expected, it is going to take longer than I expected. Turn the bottom mount off. That guy. There we go. Do that. Make you concentric. Put that guy. And tangent to that guy. Okay, not tangent to that guy. I guess we'll just click that and click that then. Winky dink. And we are going to want, let's see. How is this going to print? I guess I'm gonna have to draft it down is what I'm gonna have to do. Both I can do one on the bed and the other one's gonna have to be drafted down. I guess the bigger one goes on the bed and the smaller one goes drafted down. I guess that makes sense. Okay. And I kinda, because we're doing it from the top down, I'm going to end up, this is very odd right here. Why is my sketch center point off of that? Normally the sketch center, I'm a little scared of that. Okay. Do I have, so this, if I recall correctly, and I don't think I recall correctly, so I'm going to measure it, but 5.5 was my instinct. Okay, yes. My calipers are saying like, actually my calipers are saying more like 5. Okay, I take it back. Now that I get a better reading. Okay, so we're going to go with 5 there. And then 3.5 on the other one. Maybe 3.6. 3.6. Alright, so 5 on this one. And 3.6 on this one. And this is going to be a little bit of a mess, as I was saying, or trying to say before I cut myself off, because it's being done from the top down. So we will cope with that instead of doing extra sketches. Extra sketches is definitely an option, just not an option I would like to take. 3, there we go. And then we can, so I have these concentric on each other. That was a bit unnecessary, but I guess it doesn't necessarily matter. So in theory, they should both sit flush, or I could have them both sit flush, I guess I should say. Actually, let's have them both sit a little proud. Just for the heck of it. 0.5. We'll do that. Tangent here. And then I'm going to end up putting that flange in later. So I'm going to leave that like that. So, finish. Grab all you. Yeah, okay, that is the empty. Okay. Turn that off. Turn that off. And let's see, how tall do we want to make this? Let's make it like 2 inches. That way we have a good bit of space. Maybe 3 inches. I have room for 3 inches, and then I don't really have to think, right? Yeah, so let's do that. Let's go 3 inches, 75 millimeters. And then I don't have to think about cutting out the center thing. Right? Yeah. So I was thinking about adjusting the back covers to fit around this and hold this in place, but I think it's just going to be free floating at this point, is the point. Hold it in place up and down to clarify. So this is the 5mm one, if I am looking at this correctly. 5mm and that guy, 3mm and that guy. That should be correct. The 5mm one at the bottom, just 3mm tall. Oh, I forgot to throw the boxes in. Okay, boxes. Let's see, that is my 5mm ring. There we go. And tangent. And the opening here was my 5mm. Oh no, that is not my 5mm. Get out of my way. Where's my 5mm? Okay. 5mm -1, I believe, is what I did before. And then the other one, that is my 3mm ring right there. Tangent. And this one, I think I did 0.5 millimeter minus 0.5. I think. Okay, there we go. Now, back to extruding. Where's my sketch at? There it is. Alright. That and that and that. 3mm. 3mm, please. Thank you. That's right. Yes. All this stuff too. There we go. Because we only need the front open. Yes. Yes. It should be everything. And then the smaller one. That would be this one. That one. That one. That one. This is my 3mm ring right here. Yep. That one. That one. 3mm ring opening. And that. Okay, cool. Bodies. From object. There. Minus 3mm. Okay. Now, back to drafting this guy down. How do I want to go about doing this? So, last time, I was lazy and I did this. We'll see how much oh gosh, not that. We'll see how much this, or whether or not this actually works. Or how much it works, I guess. Yeah. So, 7.5. I could mirror that. How do I? Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. So on to solution number 2, which is doing this. Project that. Project body. There we go. All right, so Control Z, reproject the body because that's all I need. There we go. That to that. That is 45. Okay. Finish. Actually, let us try this first. That to that. Join. Okay. And then, if I feel like, which I kind of do, this needs to be a bit cleaner, what we can do is we can come back down here and take the negative, which is that distance all. Okay. Now, is this gonna print alright? I think it will. Yeah, that should print alright. It's a little funny right up in here, but yeah, it's what we got for right now. The alternative here, so there was an easier alternative, which is not to nest these guys one on top of the other, but to have them one this way and one that way. That definitely would have been easier. Alright, you know what? I'm feeling stupid. That would have been a heck of a lot easier. Okay. We do this. We delete everything. Okay, fine. We do this. Come back here. We will just delete 3. 3.6. This guy. This guy. And this guy, instead of... There you go. Drag you over here. Toss an actual horizontal line in here. Set this to like 30 degrees. Toss this guy in here. .6. 3. There's that 0.5 that we did on the other one. 0.5. Tangent. And our box. Perpendicular. There. There. Tangent. And the size. Whoops, not that one. Stop. Thank you. Minus 0.5. Okay. That was not correct here. That one. Should have gone all the way to back. Okay. 30. Okay, finish. This now we can make it significantly smaller. Is that having it that big? So I made it that big for two reasons. One, we had the space, and two, it gave me plenty of space between the chords while we were stacking them up. Really not necessary at this point. So let me just make this like 10. Just to, it's a kind of thick. Actually, you know what? Probably not even necessary. Let's make it 6. I mean, we could make it 3. Could we make it 3? Let's think about this. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna make it 3. And we're not gonna overcomplicate this thing. There we go. There we go. Easy, done. Toss some offsets in here. Printing offsets. Actually, hold on. Let me fix this. Should have also done those guys. Actually, I'm going to do 0.1 on this instead of 0.5 because it's not super necessary for it to be super tight. So there's that. And then, am I still in the mood to do those flanges? Let's take a quick look. I'm under mount. I'm all the way down to this end. Please. Thank you. All right, cool. Turn the other guy back on. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Okay. So back into the string relief collar. I'm going to start a new sketch. Let's grab the same plane though to make my life easy. The retainer is the thing I'm looking for. That's that plane. Project out this guy and that guy, and I actually just wanted the faces there. That guy and that guy and my guy. Look at it. Turn everything back off. Buddies, please, thank you. All right, and very simply, instruction, tangent plane. Oh, stupid fusion double line. Fusion stop. Fusion hates me. Tangent, and toss this in here. Whoops, not there. That guy to that guy. Why is that? Oh, that's right. These sides are Asymmetrical. Okay. I forgot the sides were asymmetrical. I want to keep this symmetrical, I think. So I'm just going to try. I'm going to do that and then toss that collinear, and then we can decide how far out we want this. Yeah, you know what? Let's go the whole way, just for the heck of it, and see how that looks. Oops, not that one. That one. Bodies, distance to object. There we go. Join. And I have successfully created some kind of crustacean. Okay. Anything else I need to do here? Well, offset, just to be safe. The one on the right doesn't technically need to do it, but we're keeping things symmetrical. And I think that's going to be good for now. Did we do neon green yet? No? Okay. You are neon green, and then we need the back colored. Bodies. Back. It doesn't look like anything's on there. I haven't done the... we'll do those in a minute. That on. Did I miss anything over here? I wasn't really paying attention. I don't think so. No. There's that. Monitor on. Come up to the top. And back to plastic. And I guess we'll grab the solid red and solid green, blue rather. Okay. There we go. All right. So I think I will start a new project, or a new design, rather, a new document for these other holders. And I think I'm going to do them both in one. I'm going to run really quick to grab my tripod. Just a minute, because I left it in the other room. Alright, have tripod will travel. Let me put the leads in really quick, so that's easier to handle. And I think I'm going to go ahead and... So here's the argument, right? If I put these holders onto legs, then I can fold the tripod up without them getting in the way, because they'll be on the outside. However, it kind of makes more sense to me to put it on the center shaft, because the center shaft is bigger, but then I got to take it off each time. So which one do we want? Yeah, you know what? I think I will put it on the legs. Am I committing to that? Alright, well, while I'm doing that, let me just start a new document. And I guess I can save that one. The version numbers I'll add back in, you know, afterwards. So, Fusion. Don't crash, Fusion. Alright, cool. Did not crash. Yeah. So I would almost, so I was hoping to do both the brick and the hub on one mount is what my plan was here. That seems more reasonable on the center shaft of the tripod, but it may not be unreasonable on the outside one. Nah, it is kind of unreasonable. So I'm holding the brick up against the tripod, right? And it looks good, honestly, centered on one leg. If I were to not center it on a leg, then that seems a bit rough. So I guess I'm going to do maybe 2 legs. So I'll make 2 separate mounts then in that case. Because again, once I fold it, or if I fold this up, then I got to take the mount off otherwise if I'm using the center shaft. So that is the plan. Now I guess we can design for this charger right now. We can start off with that because we're going to be doing 2 mounts. Otherwise, I was going to say I'm going to have to pull up some design references for the hub, but not necessary, I don't think, right now. So tripod, leg, there we go. And I'm just going to do this very simply, just rough it out like this. Technically speaking, it's a bit rounded, it's a bit convex on the front and the back. It's not actually a straight tube, but we are going to hopefully be able to compensate for that, because that is going to be a bit annoying to design for specifically. Looking at it, well, I guess rather than look at it, I will just take some quick measurements. So 19.8, and down here at the bottom, yeah. So I was gonna, it's close. I was gonna say it looks like it tapers, and it might taper by 0.2 millimeters at the top and the bottom. So it's not really that much. So I'm going to probably ignore that and just call it 20 millimeters by 25.5, let's say, because we're using round numbers. All right. 25.5, 20. Get that centered on the screen. I've been trying to toggle back and forth using the X button for the construction lines to make my life easier. Not really sure if it's necessary. Let's see. I'm going to make this leg as tall as this charger, and that's it. Which my calipers are not long enough for. So let's call this 170 millimeters is what I'm going to call it. 170. And we are on top. That is correct. Just grab some black paint. Where's my black paint? Powder coat. Oh, download. Ah, stupid. Black powder. Oh, cool. What's this? Did you fail downloading? New version? Okay, there we go. Tripod leg. We got it. Okay, so I'm gonna just start from the top and design a collar. Probably gonna do a bottom, yeah. So I'm thinking we're gonna just design this to catch and support from the bottom. So we'll have kind of a hoop at the top and then a support section at the bottom is how I think we'll do this. And maybe we do some thumb screws. So we'll have something like this. And then maybe we add in a thumb screw at the top to connect 2 sides like this to hold it in place. I'm not so concerned about it going up and out of the holder. There's no reason why it should. Plus, if we put the thumb screws in, it should probably be fine. So let's go with that. And am I going to do 3 designs now? Now that this is split into 2 mounts, am I going to do 3 designs? Nah, I think I'm going to do one. So let us Control Z here, create a new component, anchor brick folder, sketch, project. Whoops, not that. That. Okay. Toss in another block. Make you parallel. Parallel. And this is going to be out here. There we go. That's going to be there. Yeah, I guess I probably should have, you know what? I take it back. This is going to be here. Pretend you didn't see that happen. We'll just do 3mm here all the way around. Again, I tend to do it like this rather than use the offset tool because the offset tool breaks often. And I try not to break tools that break often, or try not to use tools that break often. So that is why we're doing this. Now I need the platform for the anchor holder itself. And we are looking at 162. Let's call it 162.5. It should be enough. 162.5. And next question. Yeah, I guess we do. Okay. So, in that case, yeah, I can just toss it up here. I was going to say, do we put a little cupped lip around it? And I do think that makes sense. 3mm. Next question. 162 fits on my bed, right? Because I had a project the other day that did not fit on the bed of my printer. And I was like, whoops. I think it does. I should be at 200, at least, if not 220. All right, so 22 would be comfortable. You know what? Let's open these up a little bit. So I'm going to call this, instead of being 22, I'm going to call this 25. And this guy I just rounded, so let's add another 3 here. There we go. And I think we're fine to extrude this to start off with. Oh, you know what? Turn these back to solid. There we go. That. Maybe not that. Turn you off. There we go. All right, so 3mm there. And we are at the bottom, right? Yes, we are. 3mm there. Yeah. Okay, I'm fine with this. I was trying to decide what order I wanted to extrude this in, but I think I'm fine extruding it in this order. And for this, I'll go like an inch, let's say, 25mm. And we'll do that from the top. And then the collar here. Distance to object. I kind of do. Oh, right. So this is, am I going to print this laying down? Huh. So this far, it makes sense, right? Like I could print this like this. That's a bit, oh, okay, it was cutting because I was intersecting the front part here. Okay, that's why. I was going to say, why did it intersect, or why did it cut? But that explains that one. So this makes sense, right, to print out like this. This is fine. The second I throw this top clip in that we're talking about, it gets a little funny. Oh, the other thing. I just realized. I can't slide this. Yeah, I'm not seeing any way to take the tripod apart. There might be. There might be a way to take the tripod apart here in order to get these on. Maybe. It seems not advisable though. So let's reset and regroup here. And yeah, I think I will be doing this in 2 sections. So let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just going to use thumb screws like I was talking about before. So let us, just going to be a bunch of thumb screws, you know? No big deal. Bunch of thumb screws. Let's see. Probably makes sense to... So there's set screws and then there's thumb screws. I was thinking thumb screws to tighten it down and lock it in place. We could do set screws. Set screws will nick the paint on the tripod, which is less advisable. So yeah, I don't think we'll do that. Next question is, do I oversize the model of the tripod leg by a little bit in here? That way it's loose since we're planning on tightening it down. And I think I do. So let me back up here to the tripod leg. And let's oversize it by a little bit. So let's say like 27 and 22. Okay, so we have it oversized. So it's going to be a bit loose, but then we're going to tighten it down with the rest of the stuff. Since we're loose, I do kind of like the idea of this being offset by a little bit. And then we can toss another one in. Parallel is correct. Make you, well, I guess centered would make sense. And this is where I'm making my set captures, or thumb screws, whatever the heck I'm calling them. I think I want to make this a little thick. So let's call this like 5. Yeah, I think I'm all right with that. And then do this. And next question. So if I'm making thumb screws here, I do have, where are they at? Are they in this box? I don't see them in this box. 1 second. Ah, there they are. Okay. The hex heads M6 is what I was thinking about, but I only have 12 millimeter ones. I couldn't remember how long they are. And 12 millimeters is not long enough. Yeah, 29 millimeters. So that's not going to work, which means that we're going to have to do the same thing we did on the other design, and I guess we may as well stick with M5s. So let's hit the finish button here, up top, go back to the beginning, and grab some bolts. Bolts and nuts, M5s, M5 nut, insert, okay. Oh, save first. Miscellaneous. Tripod attachments. Insert, okay. Okay. Turn you off. Adjust your names. Okay. And it shouldn't matter. Yeah, okay. Just grab this guy, insert, proceed, okay, etc., etc. Okay. And back down the end. Back to here. Open that SketchUp preferably. Let's see. So I guess I'll put the capture on one side. Let's not do it that way because coincidents are much more difficult to unravel than these kinds of things. These larger icons. Let's that one centered on that guy. Okay, back to that, please, thank you. Centered on that guy, parallel to that guy. There we go. And then what happened here? I'm just going to delete this and start over because I don't know why it was locked in there. Centered on that, collinear. And now what I needed was M5. Head diameter we already established is slightly bigger, so we'll use that instead of the nut and trying to figure that out. Plus 3 times 2 for the wall thickness on either side. And then this is a nut thickness, M5 nut thickness. And then we hit the music again. There we go. For this guy, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. I guess I don't actually, so I was thinking I'd want this, I'm just used to having my captures bigger than, or smaller than whatever they're being attached to, but there's actually no need for that, so I guess we will just toss this on here. So, whoops. Now. What is going on here? Design's a bit of a mess. There we go. All right. That and that and that. Okay. And then that and that. M5 head diameter plus 3 millimeters times 2. And that's a join. And then we can join please. Okay. Then we can go back over here, toss the captures in like always, easy. And I'm using this side because this side is clean. The other side has crap on in the way. Wait a second. The other side should not have crap in the way. We'll fix that. Don't worry about it. Buddy. M5 size. M5. Whoops. X. Oh no, not here. And this wants to be parallel to that because we're printing top down. And now M5 nut width. And this guy gets connected there. Actually, I don't even need this guy connected there, do I? Yeah, because we already established. Yeah, we already established that this is what I need. So there is absolutely no need to do that. Let us open this up, open that back up, and fix this extrusion a little bit. This guy should also be that guy. And yes, that's what I'm missing. That is what I'm missing. Because I screwed this up. Okay. Hopefully that was it. Nope, that was not it. Okay, this guy. That guy. That guy. Okay. Okay. So this guy is the piece that I'm cutting out. This guy needs to go there. This guy is not the piece I'm cutting out. This guy needs to go here. Okay. Much better. So, this base is fine. That is fine. That is not fine. There we go. And that should be everything. Okay. We could hop back up in here and change these to construction lines because they're not necessary. Two-sided, all and all. And the nut from object minus M5 nut thickness. That. Minus 0.05. And there we go. All right, cool. So that goes onto there. That gets snapped onto around the tripod leg. And then we tighten it down with that. Now for the top part, what I'm thinking, what my idea was. Yeah, you know what? Maybe in preparation for that idea. Let's see, this guy, that guy, that guy. We do this. That. 3 millimeters. That centered first before I lose, or before it becomes difficult. There we go. So we do this. Extrusion is going to complain. It's fine. I'm actually, missing profiles. Okay, I was gonna say I don't see what it's, so it just deselected everything. Understood. Okay, cool. So the idea, my idea that I had was to do this in 2 pieces, and the second piece is going to loop around on here. So, technically speaking, I probably should have moved that to another component, but I changed my mind halfway through. So, anchor, brick, holder, top, piece, key. I'm gonna hop over to tripod leg, toss one of these up here, hop back down here. I think I'm on the right plane. I am. Good. Look at, project out this collar right here. Okay. Project out this guy, because this guy is going to be the same size. The anchor thing does not taper at all, so we're good there. Turn the bodies off, and then we're going to turn this into, like on the other side, a what you call it? I'm gonna have thumb screws to tighten down on each side. Actually, the back side I should be able to just project that and that. Okay. And may as well just keep everything uniform and do that. This guy does not matter, I don't think. Oh, that's right, I don't want to actually make him. Oh, I don't think I did make him centered. Whoops. Alright, anyway. Ignore. This is going to just be a mirror of this. And that can be collinear there. And this guy right here will be equal to that guy. There we go. All right. So, the height of this whole entire thing, I guess, is just going to be the height of the wall thickness of the capture. So Select everything. Not that. Everything but not you. Oh, I need to toss this opening back in. Let's do this. That. And that should be fine. So we go minus M5 head diameter minus, let's rearrange this in parentheses, plus 3 times 2. There we go. And then we just toss the thumb screws. Oh, derp. There we go. Then we just toss the thumb screws in and we are done. That and that bodies. M5 size equals M5 nut. Parallel. Never mind. Equals. There we go. All right. Body. Two-sided. All and all. All. There we go. Sketch. That guy, that guy. From object. Oh, these guys should be identical. And minus M5 nut thickness. Okay. Offsets almost done. Minus 0.05. Okay. And actually there's one more thing because I said this was going to attach, so I actually need to do this. Actually redo that. I wanted to, the point being, center, whoops, not center there. Center there. 3 millimeters. Three millimeters. And actually, there we go. Center up on that guy. Okay. Finish. Yeah, that was my plan right there. So if we back up to here, that may be easier to see. So that is going to hook on there, and I probably should also just toss a cap on here so it doesn't slide down. We're going to thumb screw it back here, but it makes sense to toss a cap on there as well. So I do have the box in place for that. That makes that easy. That, and that. And that. Actually. Not those guys. That guy. Huh, okay. I said that, and then I realized that actually is a little bit difficult, only because... Because of printing. Because of printing. And because of this flex back here. But, more importantly, because of printing. The flex back here is probably enough. But, I'd have to print this upside down, in which case I'd want to also do all this. And that. How do I feel about this? Let's look at it. Turn the sketch off. Turn upside down. So I'm printing like this. Do I really hate that much? I guess I don't really hate that much. Okay. I kind of hate it a little bit, but I don't hate it that much. Alright, next thing to talk about is the fact that I just added 3mm here, but I already had a wall thickness in place there, in which case this height right here can just be 3mm, not 3mm times 2. Because we get the extra 3mm right there. I think. Unless I just screwed something up. Which I definitely might have. Yes, okay, I see why. I see why I screwed up. So this has to be dragged back here. There we go. There we go, there we go. So quick sanity check on this sketch. Here. 3mm. So there's my 3mm and there's my 3mm right there. If we measure this, that's 2.2, so that's a little close. But that just means that the bottom I screwed up, in theory. So let's look at the bottom really quick, because I was basing that off of the bottom. The bottom, this height, or this length right here. Yeah, the funny thing is that should be correct. Huh. So, inspect. Yeah, see, it's a little bit more because it's round. So why did this one end up shorter? Oh, it ended up shorter because... Okay. I see why. Because I have this extra wall thickness here. So, let's come back in here and fix this one. Not that one, sorry. I meant to do this. Okay, so. Do that and turn that body off. And then toss this in here. This is going to be collinear with that. That is going to be collinear with that. That is going to be collinear with that. That is going to be M5 head diameter plus 3 times 2. Okay, there we go. And then this guy can be the same height. And just lined up over here. There we go. I'm probably going to have an error. Yep. Predicted. Although that, frankly, should have fixed itself, but... Base, select, okay. Are these quinkydinks wrong? That quinkydink wrong? Drag you all the way out. Okay, I guess it likes that quinkydink. There we go. Change this back to instruction. You would be this guy. Okay. This got a little bit silly. So that is the cap. No cap. All right. And this guy. That guy and that guy. We good? We good? We're good. Yeah, okay, we good. Alright, cool. So that is the first holder done for the brick. Now we just need a hub. So I need to pull one of those up. Get back here. Amazon. What was it called? USB-C PD pass-through? HDMI? Pass-through HDMI? And I was looking at, we have a few different versions here. I was looking at the one with the extra slots because I also wanted to power the monitor off this, as opposed to putting the monitor into the brick itself, which is another option. Actually, I could put it into the brick itself. That's right. But where is the one I was looking at? I think it was this one. Yeah, this is the one. So, what's the size? Do I have any size dimensions? I hate you guys. Why do you guys not provide dimensions? Alright. Product dimensions are listed at 8.27 by 213 by 59 inches. Let me do a quick search for dimensions. There's the product dimensions. Alright, yeah. So, I guess that's what we're going off of, is that number, and I will wait to print this out until I actually have the thing in my hand. Let's see. This is and this is another Anchor product. Right? Yep, there's another Anchor product. Anchor, USB-C, hub. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Holder. Let's see. How do I want to mount this? Because it has ports on the front and back side. Here, let me screenshot. Let's try it again because I accidentally had the zoom box in. There we go. Screenshot. Grab. There we go. And take this over to the other screen so you can see it. So we got ports on either side, right? We might be able to, let me get another look at the HDMI where that sits. Looking at the HDMI, we might have, you know, something like 3, I mean, maybe that's 5 or 6 millimeters. We might be able to put this in the same exact orientation as the brick, standing up and down, and then put the same kind of collar. So do the same basic setup as the brick. Yeah, and it would want to be facing out, so I don't have to worry about putting a hole in the bottom for this cord. This does want to go face up to go to the phone. I'm looking at the length of the cord, and the length of the cord is short. It looks like. Do a quick search for that. Cord length. Yeah, so the length here is listed as 8.35 inches I was talking about, right? That doesn't make any sense, though. someone is listing the length of the cord at 8 inches, which it doesn't look to me. Does it though? So if the model itself, if the product is 8 inches, I'm not sure that this cord is also 8 inches. It's close. I mean, it's one of those things, I think, I mean, not even I think, I'm pretty sure most of these are computer generated, to begin with. And actually, there's one picture here. Oh no, I guess that's in separate HDMI going to the monitor. I was going to say, there's one where the cord looks super long, but that's a separate one. I take it back. Although you can tell looking at it, so here. Let me capture this to show you. Drag this, open that image. So here's the picture I was talking about. So yeah, that's the HDMI cord going over that way in theory. I mean, it looks like a little jank right there. But this plug right here is definitely not the same plug that is on the, So back to your cheap generated images on Amazon that don't actually represent the product. Ignore the zoom box. You can see that's what it's saying the cord actually looks like. Again, if this is 8 inches here, maybe that cord sticks, down to the bottom, but a little concerned. I might have to, the point of this is I might have to actually get a USB-C extender to reach to my phone. So we'll have to take a look at that. I mean, I'll have to take a look at that. We don't have to do that on stream. Not necessary. But moving onwards. I mean, this design just point is simple and easy. We might just go with that again, except for the cup at the bottom is going to have to be narrower so that we can actually fit stuff into the hub. Alternative design. We could do like a fork. So we could project this out. Do something like this. How do I want to draw this? That. It doesn't matter. I'm getting too particular. I'm only drawing this so that you can see. We could do something like this. Linear, collinear. And drop the anchor in here so the sides are completely open. So we could leave the sides completely open, do an L-shaped bracket like this, and then come back up in here and connect this back up top. That's an option. It's a little funny only because to connect it back at the top, again, we'd have to print in 2 pieces. I think. Maybe we don't. Because we're planning on wrapping around this, which makes it a little awkward to print in midair. So in theory, what I was talking about is we could in theory print it like this, but then when we get to the shaft here, that gets a little bit weird. Although we could draft it in front and then go back out. Although getting back around the backside to do the thumb screws that we've been doing, then is also a problem. I think I'm gonna BRB really quick. And I'll think about it while I'm BRBing. Text to BRB. There we go. And mute. Text. There we go. All right. Yeah, but mostly what I'm thinking is I don't particularly want to do the same exact design as the other thing. Not that one. Where'd my Amazon tab go? There it is. Is there some other way to mount this thing? This thing is just kind of difficult because it does not have much room on either end, it doesn't look like. Hmm. I said I was going to think about this while I was BRBing, and I did not come to a decision, unfortunately. Is there any... Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I think the second holder is going to look more or less like the first. I cannot think of a very good reason to change the design in such a way that it works better with the particular charger that or particular hub rather we're looking at. In which case, if we're just redesigning the same exact thing with different sizes, and I don't even have the exact sizes on me right now, doesn't make very much sense to continue with what we're doing here. So I think we're actually going to skip that this stream. I will probably do it off air just because, let me turn this back on. It's really, I'm thinking, just going to look exactly like this one. And if it's going to look exactly like this one, then there's no real point. One thing I just realized about this guy is... So I wanted these to be connected, and part of that is so that it feels like one piece, so that it feels all the same, but this actually causes problems, honestly. It being extruded all the way up like this. So I think I'm gonna delete that one. Let's see what it complains about. That guy? That guy. Okay, gotcha. So I guess rather what I should do here is just go to... Can I please have this face here? Please? Face? Thank you. And furthermore, I also noticed that this was not open in the back. I don't know why. Did we accidentally delete that line? No, that line's there. So why is that? Why can't I select that line? There we go. Okay. So that needed to be fixed one way or another. This guy right here. I actually have no idea why that's a problem. This cap would not work to begin with. Is another important thing to note, because, or at least it wouldn't work like this. Because I think that's the one right there. The tripod leg extrudes up beyond this point. This is not actually the top of the tripod leg. So that was a silly on my part. Control Z. Okay, so I lost some lines in here. There's that, there's that, there's that. Okay, so this guy needs to go to here. That guy needs to go to there. And at this point, I don't even need this box. because what is this? Is this just looking to be parallel? Okay, that's why that was attached to that box. Yeah. So because we're not wrapping above the around the bottom one, all this extra stuff is actually unnecessary. Just reproduce the bottom one. Does that look right? Take that guy out. Manage loss predictions. Okay. Finished. Okay. 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 So yeah, at this point, both these just wrap right around, and there's nothing stopping these from sliding down and touching each other, is the point. I don't see a reason to use all that extra plastic to keep them spaced out. So, that being the case, that is where we're at with the design, and the other side again will probably be exactly like this design. So that should be, unless I am mistaken, everything that was on the checklist today. We're getting done. So. I guess we'll grab gray. Oh, that's translucent gray though. Matte. Used red and green earlier. Don't really have many other options because I'm pretty sure I used all the other options in the other design. Nothing new and interesting. Alright, random color generation time. Go. Random color generator. Random color generator. Pink. This is a hot pink, so I'll take this one. Let's just copy the pink. Toss it on here. And then duplicate. Edit. Hot pink. And our numbers for today are 253, 117, 242. Done. Okay, there we go. Delete. Anything else? Do I need to worry about anything else? I don't think I do. Alright. So, that is, as I just said a moment ago, I'm pretty sure everything we needed to get done. These thumb-through screws, again, we spent way too much time on the previous knurled screws. I'm going to go ahead and make up new ones here. I'm probably going to change it so these other ones, had a very rounded and sparse design, opposite of dense. And Fusion graphics are doing something right now. What if I do this? Okay. The graphics have decided that they are in low quality mode right now, so we'll live with that. But I'm probably going to do a more knurled, like a actually knurled knob on the other one, as opposed to, I call these knurls, but this is just a whatever. Anyway, you understand what I'm saying. I'll probably just do a denser packing of the knurls on the other one. For these 1, 2, 3 of them we gotta do, but they'll probably all be the same screw, so that should be good to go. I guess, you know what? I probably should. It's not going to be a problem on the back here, but this front one Nah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Nah, I should fix that. I should fix the front one. So, this, instead of being equals here, this is going to be, let's say, 5 millimeters plus M5 head plus, we're going to need 3 millimeters wool on the bolt. So 3 times 2. And then the head of the bolt, or I guess that counts the head of the bolt. Never mind, I take it back. I lied. Yeah, you know what? Let's stick with that. Let's stick with that. So that should be fine. So just adjust that. And now it's further out for the thumb screw to sit on. Actually, I'm going to change this. And instead of being centered here, because this has extra space in it, I'm just going to put my 3 millimeter wall there. And is there anything else you're complaining about? Okay, there is. Let me toss this guy back in. Three millimeter wall. And I guess I will back this out. And toss my tangents in. There we go. Finish. Oh, huh. Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. Actually, that is the correct direction I wanted in, actually, for printing. Actually. This other guy would be wrong. Where is my parallel for this guy? That guy? Parallel here. Please. Thank you. So, inspect. 1 millimeter, huh? What did I make this on height? Five diameter plus 3 times 2. So that should give me 3 millimeters on either side. At the largest. I should have 3 millimeters from here to here. And it's saying I don't. I can understand the 0.6, I guess, but what is going on here? Bodies. Bodies? Oh, that's the wrong bodies. Bodies. That's the correct width. M5 head diameter. Plus 3 millimeters on each side. 3 millimeters on each side. See, that is definitely not the correct height. M5 head diameter plus 3 millimeters on each side. That's what I had typed in. So why is it so short? Come here. Isolate our problem. Plus 3. Oh, only plus 3 times 2. There we go. There we go. Alright. Alright. And then I look back at this guy. Whoops, not that guy, that guy. So, why does it still look short? M5 head diameter. Huh. So it's peeking out the top and the bottom, which means that it's still not right. Alright, let us... Huh. It's annoying. I was about to end the stream, and then all of a sudden, crap went wrong. 14.35. So, let's check. Calculator. Please. Calculator. Okay. Here is... Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Here's my calculator. So, M5 head diameter, 9.35. Plus 2 times 3. Oh, no. Hold on. 9.35 plus 3 times 2. Okay. The calculator does not know how to do math. So, 9.35 plus parentheses. Parentheses? No. What are you doing? Give me my parentheses. Scientific. 9.35 plus parentheses 3 times 2. 15.35. This extrusion function 14.35. M5 head diameter 3. Oh, plus 2. Gosh darn it. There we go. Alright. Alright. And I guess I will come over here now that we put all that stupid effort in. Delete that. Turn the body off. Toss that in. M5 head diameter. Delete this guy. 3 millimeters. Tangent there. There we go. And did I not just... Okay, whatever. I guess I did not. There we go. Okay. So anyway, 20 minutes later, and I can finally say that is it for this stream. We did everything, as I said a million times, that we came here to achieve. And now it's just a matter of getting stuff printed and getting that hub in so I can start using that hub. And again, I will go ahead and remake this for the hub. Because again, I don't see any particular reason to complicate the design. This design seems to get the job done and have the minimum number of difficulties. So, had what, 5 to 6 different things we wanted to get done this stream. Got them all done. So very happy with that. And time to get back to printing. Otherwise, obviously I said I'd start putting out videos and I haven't done that yet. So, as I mentioned at the start of the stream, that one big project that I was trying to get done before June is finally going to be done, and that is going to be a video. That video is probably going to be the second one that comes out. I have a first introductory video that I was planning on putting out, and then we'll do that video. And introductory, not for the channel, but for the series of projects that I've done while I was on break. So we're going to have those two, and then somewhere in between there, probably, I will also be putting together shorts and or short length videos for a variety of other smaller projects that I've done over a break. And at that point, you know, once we have all that stuff done, then I'll be caught up and I'll be happy. So that is the plan moving forward. As always, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the world. And I will catch you next time.